Well, what the hell is that about? God damn it, Chris. I don't know what happened. Why didn't our intro play?
I do not know. That is weird.
I think it's your fault. So, you know what? Fuck that. Take two.
WrestleShoot, breaking it down, WrestleShoot, telling the facts, WrestleShoot, stories on the road, WrestleShoot, that's our fire podcast. No Carney ever escapes their sight, coming at you live every Tuesday night. Hey, WrestleShoot, anti-social network, WrestleShoot, sticky and hot, WrestleShoot, sometimes act like jerks, WrestleShoot, always bringing on the guts.
Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to WrestleShoot. Welcome to the podcast with the greatest goddamn entrance you have ever seen.
Can't touch it.
I am Rob Wild, of course, always joined by the lovely, the talented, the one who pulls off a pair of glasses like nobody's business, my hetero life mate, the sexier motherfucker on the panel, Chris Casanova. Hey, sweetie.
I love the introduction. It's great. It never gets old.
Well, you gotta come with some genuine feelings behind it. Jazz dude, we're actually running live tonight rather than a pre-record, so that's pretty cool.
Wait, we're live?
We're fucking live, baby.
Oh,
no editing today. That's why that producer is gonna catch a bitch slap when the show is over for doing the wrong goddamn intro.
I don't like surprises. I didn't think we were live. I don't like surprises.
I'm uncomfortable. I don't like this. I need something.
I need to know what's going on. I get so weirded out.
You know, Chris, I think we should just jump right into it. We got a couple of topics today. Well, we got one topic today, and that really is what in the hell happened to the NWA? What went wrong there?
A lot went wrong. There's a lot that went wrong with NWA. Just
for sure.
So many things.
Before we get into that, though, guys, we have a brand new segment tonight. Chris is going to go ahead and take the lead on this one, and we're calling it What Really Pisses Me Off. So, Chris, what's pissing you off tonight, babe?
Oh, it's just, people that have no business talking about the business, they're not even in the business or don't know what the hell they're talking about. Especially
you mean like Marks?
Yeah, like Marks, and then workers' wives that have nothing to do with the business. What they
I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay. So I saw an interesting little post a couple weeks back by Missy Leslie Beefcake.
Oh, God, she is such a pig.
God, it's... Oof, gosh.
Is she trying to fucking Hulk up right there? Get her off the screen. God, she's...
It looks like Hulk a little bit.
I know, right? When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, brother. So, yeah, I'm with you. And because, okay, let's be honest. My wife was not the easiest wrestling wife to be around, right? She was just always nasty and kind of picking shit.
I didn't talk to her very much.
Well, right, no, but of course, as well, you shouldn't have. But Missy Beefcake takes it to a different. Oh shit!
Whoa!
Oh God, something's happening.
I don't like surprises.
Well, let's see. Last time it was Monty and the Pharaoh. Who is it this time?
Let's all see who it could be.
My nerves are on fire.
Can't do this.
Holy
Oh.
shit! Maxx motherfucking Payne in the house.
Oh,
The name says it all.
Hell yeah.
whoa.
Welcome to the
Go
show,
on,
buddy.
Buzz. What a great Tuesday night, man. What, right? I mean, fucking hell. To do a run-in on your show is like, you know, it's like fucking Cold Stone, fucking the biggest goddamn Mud Pie Mojo fucking quart you could ever buy.
It's like you and Cactus Jack sliding in that ring, right?
God damn, hippie.
What's the occasion?
Hey, man. You know, I heard you talking shit about people who don't know shit about the business, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know a lot about the business, but I know a little bit about it, and by God, I'm up for fucking putting in my 2 cents worth.
Let me see here. I'm being handed
Yeah.
a note. It says, oh, shit. Chris,
What?
I have a note here that says Maxx Payne is going to be joining us for the next 4 shows.
Damn.
Wait, what?
And
Wow.
looks like this is being billed as the month of pain.
Just when you
Ooh.
thought it was safe to go in the fucking water.
That actually doesn't.
I don't
apply.
want to go in the water anymore. I'm staying in the boat.
Okay,
Right?
cool.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Now,
Yeah.
do we got to talk you down, Chris? Or are you feeling okay? There's been a lot of surprises here.
It's a little overwhelming, but I think I'll be okay.
All right. Well, then let's get back to business here. So, Max, where we're at right now is kind of going over the.
So tell me. I heard the prelim. Give me a
Yeah.
breakdown. So what is she saying? That you know, you got to fill me in on the blanks here because I'd love to fucking jump in.
Well, the
So-
problem isn't really what is she saying. I think it's what isn't she saying. I mean,
Well, she
she's
was
made it her
Talking about
mission.
knobs the other day.
Right, about Nas, but she's made it her mission for years now to bash all kinds of fucking wrestlers. But let's get into what really made you angry last time about Knobs.
Well, she was saying that Brian Knobs' GoFundMe was BS and it was a work and it was a sham and he was just collecting money and he didn't really need it for medical bills. And you know, that may or may not be the case, but like she just went on this long ass post about him on Facebook and I'm reading it. I follow her actually for some weird reason. We're friends on there. And so I'm reading this whole article and she's just bashing poor Brian Knobs. And I know he's been through some bad times and it just really rubbed me the wrong way, the way she was going about it. It's like and she was trying to get people on her side. That was the thing, that don't know the other side of the story. That's what just really irked me.
Right. So, and she clearly hasn't even bothered doing any research. I mean, we've known Brian for a few years and we know that his recent health bouts are fucking real, man. I mean,
What's going on with him?
he's just failing, you know. It's years of hard
Abuse.
living, hard partying, and he's suffering the fallout.
And fucking way too much fucking shit up his nose and way too much fucking shit in his lungs and you know, hitting the fucking road hard, eating like shit, fucking being a crazy motherfucker. That's what happens.
Well, you know, speaking of putting things in your lungs and eating like shit, maybe I should order some McDonald's.
God damn. I think I'll do the same.
I put enough shit up my nose for my life. I put enough shit up my nose for all 3 of our lives, so we're good there.
Oh, I can probably at some level compete with you. I wasn't a big Coke guy. My encephalitic fucking preference was much more fucking opioid based.
Now, the thing about Missy Beefcake is she was never even a fucking valet. She was never even a coat girl. She was never in the business. What she was a really heavily passed around rat
I was just
that
going to say,
Beefcake decided to marry.
Yeah. So what is your take on this?
She's married to Beefcake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
so now
fucking,
she
there's a
Beefcake.
right there from hell. So I mean, first of all, Hogan and Beefcake were. I'm guessing they were tied at the hip till the end.
No, they had a pretty bad falling out. Her
Did they? Wow, that's surprising.
before Knobs, her last tirade was on Hulk.
Oh wow!
And that's now with Hulk, maybe she's got some room to speak, right? Because that was something that reached out and touched her life personally. She was involved in what she was commenting on. But everything else, there needs to be a time where Brother Brudeye reaches through her purse and shuffles his balls back out and takes charge of his bitch. Control your fucking rat, Beefcake.
Well, what's Max's take on it about people running their mouth at, especially like wives and people that are not in the business? Like, have you ran to that in your time?
Well, I've been the victim of it. I mean, what cost me the business was lies from other guys in the business. So I guess. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm like a fucking professor of this shit, but I'm one of those genuinely blackballed guys. Yeah. So I've been fucking set to the side so long ago that fucking I've been forgotten, and so people, it's really tough. Here's the thing that you got to remember that. I mean, so let's talk some compassion, because I know Brian. Brian is one of those guys who fucking kicked my ass in the business behind the scenes. When I hurt him, he went to everybody, and starting with Hogan, and fucking told Hogan what a piece of shit I was, and was another notch against me having any kind of future in the WWF, because Brian was so mad at me because he thought it was completely my fault that I hurt him. And he wanted to get me out of the business. But having said that, I am the kind of guy that will look you right in the fucking eyes and tell you I love Brian Knobbs and I love Jerry. Some of the greatest fucking moments in my fucking life was with the Nasty Boys, even though they fucking hurt me, even though they fucking wreaked havoc on me. I can forgive them for that shit, because I learned a lot from them. I loved working with them. I was brokenhearted that actually, believe it or not, what cost me my run with the Nasty Boys wasn't the Nasty Boys. It was Mick Foley. And I'll tell you that story down the road someday. But I got to tell you, it's one of those fucking things that when you talk against somebody in the business like that, you're taking something away from them that they've spent their entire fucking life working on and developing.
Sure.
And I still have PTSD from it. I still suffer immensely from the shit that happened to me. And so I know what it feels like. And so I'm very, very understanding and empathetic. And it's easy for me to love my enemy, because my enemy was at one time my best friends. And so when you don't understand what it feels like forgive me, I'm a Bill Maher fan, mostly, until the other day I watched a fucking a segment. My son sent me a segment of him talking about wrestlers not having bruises and they don't get hurt when they were in the ring. And any fucking wrestler on planet Earth would fucking give anything to have him in a pro wrestling ring for 2 fucking minutes.
Well, now, but hang on, because I mean, let's tell the rest of that part of the story. Bill Maher got straightened out through the entire show by fucking Piper and Sting, and dude, they were there. They let him have it.
They schooled him. They let him have it. But that's the kind of mentality that until you've walked in a man's shoes, you don't have a fucking clue, And for a guy like Bill Maher, and this is again, so where's the relationship here? Well, if you haven't fucking been in the ring and down the road and lived that life, now she's married to Beefcake. And if whatever their relationship doesn't matter, she's with him. She's his main squeeze. She understands. She sees the behind the scenes side of it. But there comes a time in your life, especially if you're not one of the boys and you don't really know. You haven't paid that fucking price.
A fine line.
Yeah, there's a line where you go ahead, but then the results will be what happened to Bill Maher in fucking public when the fucking boys fucking take care of each other the way the boys take care of each other. So just like right now, she's getting it, and I would guarantee you, we're not the only ones that are fucking calling her out publicly, and it won't end until she decides whether she's going to continue, to say those things. And they're just, if your only goal is to make money, well, you know what? There's this fucking shit called instant karma. It will get you
every time.
I think Missy Beefcake just needs to shut her cock holster, keep blowing fat ass brother Brood-Eye, and Brood-Eye, grow a nutsack and control your fucking rat. Dude, that's a shoot, bro. That's a straight shoot. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? I'm in Tampa. We can meet. If you got heat, we can meet. But
you guys are not too far from each other.
No, we're not. So what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? But that, and really, I'm not worried about fallout from fucking Beefcake. Dude, if I spit on him, he'll die. That guy's fucking not going to step up to me. Monty, brother, you're a friend of mine, and I know that Skag is a friend of yours. I hope you ain't heated. I do. But if you are, fuck you, because you know I'm right.
He'll be fine.
He needs to shut her fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Besides that, when you retire from the business and you're fucking old and retired, the last fucking thing I want is if fucking, like, people will laugh and go, fuck, I'm afraid you're going to kick my ass. My first comment is, you don't have to fucking worry. I'm a pro. You can just tell everybody you kicked my ass, because I don't give a shit. I am not trying to be a world champion. I don't care. And you know what, man? What matters is a piece. I don't do that no more. I got my own fucking badass mentality, but I keep it to myself when it comes to that. And the last thing I would ever want to be involved in is any kind of physical violence right now in my life.
You could tell everybody that you beat me for $100.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Tell the entire fucking world that I put you over in the middle of the fucking ring. 1, 2, 3.
For $100.
Yeah.
Fuck
it. I'll take a fucking meal at Denny's, for Christ's sakes.
All right, so I'll buy you a Denny's, fucking moons over my hammy, and I'll tell everybody that you jobbed to me on TV, but there's no footage. Go figure.
So that's just it right there. And and once again, it's a work. The whole fucking thing is a work, and that's the part of the business I love so much, man. There's no matter what, I don't know if I've talked about this with you guys or not. I don't give a fuck if you're a 12-time fucking world champion in fucking professional wrestling. You're not a world champion. The guy fucking let you fucking win. It's not like you went out there and fucking in an amateur contest in front of and spontaneously beat the fuck out of the guy and won a world championship. The whole point of professional wrestling is willing suspense of disbelief and in getting the crowd involved and making them go home happy. That's what matters, not whether you're a world champion or not.
Yeah, you tell the good story.
Right. And, the greatest example of that, and Rob, I think we talked about this once before. If we didn't, I love this, man, is when fucking Steamboat, I've heard Steamboat tell the story about Randy and him at WrestleMania 3. And Randy did the fucking job in front of 125 fucking thousand people plus however many million were watching at the fucking time, and he left the Silver Dome with more fucking heat than he did when he went in the fucking ring. That's what matters. Savage never lost a fucking ounce of his momentum losing to Ricky Steamboat. That's
over the Steamboat.
Makes Randy a fucking champion, makes him a genius at what he did, is because he fucking knew how to maintain that great heat as a heel. Get your ass kicked right in the fucking middle, 1, 2, 3, and still leave the fucking ring with the heat you had locked in. That's the fucking true genius of a great wrestler.
Wow.
Casanova was the wrestler, the only wrestler I knew who genuinely didn't want a belt. And when you gave him a belt, he was ready for you to take it off of him.
Yeah, I'd rather get my stuff done early, man. I don't want to wait all night.
It's funny because everybody like my partner, because right when I got to Memphis, fucking Lawler stuck the belt on me and the tag team belt on me. And fucking, it's the funny part is Gary Young would get mad as fuck at me. He goes, "Why don't you carry the belt out there?" And I'm going, those fucking things are heavy. I'm up and down the goddamn road fucking 4,000 miles a week. I don't want to carry those fucking things around in my bag. Christ on a crutch. That shit's fucking extra weight. Then they get sweaty and they start to stink and fuck that shit, you know. I struggled with that hard whenever I was given a belt because it always seemed like you just said, it seemed like a fucking burden to me, you know.
And see, I always thought belts were a good thing, Chris. For fuck's sakes, in Vegas, when the cops searched our trunk, if they didn't see our straps right there on top of the gear, they might not have just been forgiving and written a ticket because they intended to arrest us that night.
See, now there's a different aspect to a belt, too.
Yeah.
There's some positives.
That's one of the perks of having a fucking belt in your bag. And there is one other fucking reason to have a belt. To hold your fucking pants up.
That's right.
There you go.
The practical reason.
See, if you wear a belt in the right lighting, the right rat will run up to your belt and get down there to adjust her makeup and check her hair and the shine. And then while she's down there.
Yeah, you just never know where something else might slip at that moment. So
all right. Let's get on fucking topic here. The NWA, fellas. So the NWA was something, right? I mean, it was a real something when it started.
Can I cut you off for 1 second? I want Max to tell the story. So I heard something about Melbourne and some type of promoter story that went down about someone getting robbed or something. I got to hear about this because I don't know the details. I just heard little snippets of it.
So we were laughing, right? We've laughed about like every Cops episode ever, and every criminal show ever. I mean, all you got to do is say 2 words: Casey Anthony. You know, is from Florida. It seems like every fucking criminal on planet Earth is from Florida. And and forgive me, Florida. I love Florida, but I think we all would agree that, you know, 89.9% of all cop shows would not exist if it wasn't for the state of Florida.
Hey, look, buddy, I live in Florida, and let me.
I've seen you on Cops, man.
You're right. Never mind.
So Nick Patrick and I, we were brothers in arms the minute we met in WCW. We traveled down the road together, and Nick had the same rig I had. I've talked about it. He had a G3T that Sting bought him because he asked me what to buy Nick because Sting wanted to do something really nice for Nick. And so he asked me what kind of rig I played, and he bought one for Nick. And Nick and I had the exact same thing, a G3T Honer, which is a copy of a Steinberger, a Zoom 9000. And once we met in the WCW, they made sure we were booked together because we traveled down every fucking highway the entire time I was there together. And we would jam. And so this particular night was no different night. And we were wrestling in Melbourne, Florida. And there was a young kid the WCW at the time was passing off promotions to try and build local houses to make them better, because they were, believe it or not, they were struggling putting people in houses in the early 90s, because they just, yeah, they had good TV, but they weren't getting the kind of coverage out in the world they were hoping for. Their house shows fucking sucked ass. And so they were hiring small promoters to promote towns and take over these events. And so Nick and I were booked on this fucking show in Melbourne. And Nick was great. You know, he worked with Randy, and the two of them, you know, it was always fun, because sometimes I'd have to wait until the very last match. And sometimes we'd get to leave, you know, like right after intermission. If I was on, like, you know, third to last, and Nick would be on second to last, and we'd get to leave before the house fucking ended, and we'd get in the car and drive off, so we'd go to next
perfect time to leave,
party and shit, right? So it was always fun traveling with Nick. On top of the fact, Nick is one of those, he's pretty chronic, and so we smoked a lot together.
Fuck
so
yeah.
We couldn't wait.
I want to hang out with Nick now.
Oh, fuck, dude. Nick woke me up every morning to two things: a joint and a shit. That's how he started every fucking day. We'd rent a fucking smoking room, and he'd start every day, 8:30 in the morning, shit, and smoking a joint while he was taking his morning shit. I mean, I love the dude. He like I said, I have nothing but just the most incredible props for him. And on top of that, he's a badass. He's just one of those guys you don't fuck with, because he came from, you know, he comes from a line. You know, his dad was a wrestler and was the assassin, and he lived that life his entire life and still lives it to this day. And so anyway,
and he is like a really ultra recognizable ref.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's like, yeah, he's fucking done everything. You know,
he's up there in the Hefner level. When you see
absolutely,
you know who he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you know anything about wrestling, you know who Nick Patrick is. That's all there is to it. So Nick and I go to this show at Melbourne, and we're out of there early, right? So the reason I'm telling you that is because you'll understand we were the only ones leaving the building. You know, main event was still getting ready to go on, and we were going to fucking get the fuck out of town. So, you know what I mean? That's just the way shit works. So we could get to the next town or wherever we were going. So we walk out into the parking lot, and we see these fucking two dudes jump out of the back of this fucking pickup and take off fucking running. And I go, Nick, that dude had a Halliburton in his hand. And Nick goes, yeah, I think you're right, Max. And they fucking ran off across this fucking football field. Wow. And Nick goes, I'm gonna go grab the promoter. So he goes in the building, grabs this young promoter. And this fucking promoter was like 20 years old, had a young family, had two fucking kids, comes out, and these motherfuckers, I don't know how they knew, but they had broke into his truck and stole his Halliburton, and all of the house money was in the fucking Halliburton.
Mm.
So they broke a window in the side of his truck, stole his Halliburton, and to this day, I don't. When I tell you the rest of the story, you'll see what I mean. I don't know how they knew to target him, but they knew somehow. Somebody had given him the Iggy in the back.
It was a rat.
Right? Yeah, probably a rat or somebody that, you know, the guy that was building the ring, you know, that somebody said, hey, go fucking break into this, you know, 1992 Ford pickup, and there's going to be a Halliburton sitting in there. It's going to be full of all the fucking money from the house. This guy comes out, looks in his truck, and immediately just fucking breaks down. You know, I mean, he is fucking crushed. I mean, crushed. He's going, what am I going to do? Oh my God. And he's fucking crying hysterically. And he's, you know, and he's going, oh my God, I you could just, I know you can imagine what this poor fucker felt like, because I don't know how much was in there. I'm going to guess 5 to 10 grand, and it may not sound like a shitload of money, but to a guy who's doing a little promotion, was trying to fucking,
that was substantial.
It was everything to him that night, right?
Yeah.
And as far as he was concerned, his life in the pro wrestling world just ended. And so Nick and I said, hey, don't give up yet. These motherfuckers took off running across the field. There's something fucking weird going on here. And he goes, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And we said, go in and call the fucking cops. And he said, no, I can't call the cops, man. And I said, okay, just wait a couple minutes. Let Nick and I fucking go checking some shit out. So Nick and I got in our caddy. We always rented a fucking caddy. We got in the caddy and we started cruising around the parking lot, and we pulled up to the fucking football field. It was like a tag, it was like one of those football fields that had, 4 football fields and soccer goals. It was like a community, football
recreational
field.
Type.
Right.
Area.
Right. Where a whole fucking, they would have 4 games on Saturday morning kind of thing. Right. So we fucking start shining our fucking lights across this field to see if we could see, like, where the fuck did they run to? Because this was a big field, right? So we start fucking looking across the field, and we can't see anything. We're backing up and moving around the parking lot. We never left the parking lot. We just circled the fucking parking lot because something seemed suspicious. Something just wasn't sitting right fucking to us. And so we're pulling through the parking lot, and there's a car sitting here next to this fucking tree, right next to this tree. And we pull past this fucking car, and I said, Nick, turn the caddy off. And he goes, why? I said, trust me, turn the fucking caddy off. And he turns the fucking caddy off, and the car sitting right next to us it's running. It's their fucking car. they fucking ran off and left their car sitting there. Nick and I get out and went, oh my fucking God, let's get the cops here. And all of a sudden, out from behind this tree, right next to this car, this kid comes out with his hands in the air. He goes, oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And we're like, you motherfucker. He goes, I swear to God, I'll go get my buddy, man. We'll give you the fucking case back. And Nick goes, motherfucker, get your fucking ass in this fucking caddy. And he's like, God, man, please don't fucking kill me. Please don't fucking kill me. And so fucking here I am sitting in full fucking Maxx Payne regalia. Here's Nick Patrick. Nick always carried like 5 fucking guns with him. He had 2 on him, 2 in his Halliburton, 1 in the visor, 2 in the jockey box, 1 in the, it's like fucking, I don't know how back then you could carry guns on airplanes if you fucking loaded them in your fucking, your luggage. It was no problem. So we put this motherfucker in the back of the car and honor what this guy's going, okay, man, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. I swear to God. So he's the whole fucking way there. He's going, please don't fucking kill me, dude. And Nick he turns on him, he looks at me and he goes, Max, how far away was that fucking swamp?
Sure.
I go, past it. I think it's just a couple miles. Do we just take this motherfucker out there? He's going, oh my God, you guys, this isn't fucking funny. Please, man.
How did he not jump out of the car? Fuck.
Yeah, right. I said, like, oh man, convince us. And he's like, going, please, man, I swear to God, I'm gonna get your money back. He goes, I swear to God, we're gonna take care of things. His mom's got money. We'll fucking take care of us. Oh, God damn it, motherfucker. So we pull up to this fucking house. And I can't imagine what this fucking kid thought when he hears a knock on the door. Ting, 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 ting. And here stands fucking Nick Patrick and I at the front fucking door. And his mom, this woman opens the door and she goes, can I help you? And we said, yeah, your fucking thief son is in your house and we need to speak to him right now. And she goes, what are you talking about, my thief son? He's not a thief. And I said, Nick goes, oh, yeah, he's a thief. And as soon as he comes out of his bedroom, we're going to prove to you. And about that time, he come running out of his fucking bedroom.
So
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, you guys. I swear to God, I can't fucking take it. Please don't fucking kill me. And so we said, God damn it, go get that fucking Halliburton. So he runs in the bedroom and his mom is fucking going, did you really do this? He's going, Mom, so now, fuck, we didn't need to say a word after that. His mom starts fucking whooping his ass all the way to the fucking
style. Fuck yeah, dude.
She fucking comes up to me and she goes, trust me, you don't have to do anything to him. I'll take care of it. And Nick and I both looked at each other and said,
say less.
I believe you will. And so we fucking loaded him in the car. And he took the fucking Halliburton. He hadn't taken any of the money out of it. And we drove back to the fucking gymnasium. And we pulled up. And we got out of the fucking car, and I had one of them by the back of the neck, and Nick had the other one by the back of the fucking neck. And that poor promoter was standing at his fucking truck, just pouring his fucking eyes out. And we looked at him and we said, brother, guess what? And we held up that fucking Halliburton. And I'll never forget the look on his fucking face, man.
Did he squeal like a little girl?
Oh, God, he sounded like
crying and wrestling.
He sounded like a fucking 5-year-old who just won the fucking lottery of fucking selling Girl Scout cookies. I swear to God, it was the most amazing moment in our lives. And it was so beautiful because he was so thankful. And we said to him, we said, you know what, dude, we're going to leave them with you. And you decide what the ramifications are going to be. If you're going to call cops on them, you go ahead. But we both he hugged both of our necks. And Nick and I, as you can imagine, we got in the fucking car. And we were both fucking, as you can imagine, on fucking cloud 9 all the way to the next town going, can you believe those stupid motherfuckers? Can you believe how goddamn dumb they were to fucking run off and leave their car fucking sitting there running and shit? And so we fucking, it's just one of those great stories that we fucking carried with us. One of those moments in time where you just go, I was so glad. We were so fucking happy. We were in the right place at the right time and we caught those two motherfuckers. I would bet when they woke up the next morning, if they had any kind of parents at all, the ramifications from their family was huge. We never followed up. I never heard anything else about it. I never knew what happened after that, but it was enough to know that he got his money back. And I think he ended up, if I'm not mistaken, that down the road someplace, he took Nick and I out to dinner somewhere down the road and thanked us again. And he probably told us the finish to the story at some point in time, but shit, compared to that night, it was irrelevant, but it was just one of those fucking great moments that I've carried with me my whole life.
Wow. I imagine they were scared, man, because back then you were an intimidating looking guy, man. So,
fuck it, dude.
Yeah, like even when I was watching when I was younger, I'm like, man, this guy's scary, man. So I
my hair was down that night. I didn't have it in a fucking barrette, man. My hair was fucking down because I wanted to scare the fuck out of them. So I had my hair down. And, I was giving them the shit, man. They fucking like I said, he sat in the back the whole time, and I just stared at him through my fucking hair, and he's going, "Please don't kill me, guys. Please don't fucking kill me."
During this time, did Nick have his big long fro?
Oh yeah, he was the
so he looked like a straight up greaseball with a gun from Italy or from the mafia. And then you're the enforcer. You're there to kill.
As scary as I was, Nick was far more intimidating than I was because I actually said that to him. I looked at them both. I said, on the surface, it looks like you should be the most afraid of me, but you'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong.
You don't know what Nick's gonna do. That's the thing. Like you're like, yeah, this guy's probably pummel me, but Nick, you're like, I'm not sure what he's really gonna do to me. So that's probably what the whole fear factor is.
Well, that's why
we gotta get Nick Patrick on this goddamn show. with
That's
you.
what that I'll shoot him a text one day. Maybe I can get him on here before this.
That would be fucking
before
awesome.
this, I'll give it a shot. He's awful busy, and on top of that, he's I want to shoot a shout out to him because he's dealing with a mother right now who's dealing with some extreme health issues. I can't remember. I don't know. She might have passed. I know that he's dealing with some serious family issues right now. So I just want to give him my shout out. I love him and I wish him the best. And, I hope he's doing well. But I know he'd love me telling that story because that was one of those moments that we fucking couldn't wait. That's when you can't wait to get on a bus and tell. And like the next fucking day, the next town we went to, the story had preceded us. And when we got to the dressing room, all the boys stood up and give us a fucking standing ovation. It was one of those moments where everybody went, hey, fucking, the motherfucking FBI's here, fucking the guys who caught the fucking the thieves are here, man. And yay, it's just one of those great moments.
It's weird. This is kind of a mark moment for me because my entire career, I've always wanted to have an opportunity just to be face to face with Nick and say, dude, you're the baddest motherfucker in the business. And this is why. I was out with the boys, man, and we were drinking and we were watching that show where the mark slid in and you kicked his fucking head off. And that got the pop of the night, dude. Not one spot in one match for the rest of the night compared to you saying you are in the wrong fucking place, dude.
And he did it quickly. It was like speed of light, man. Like he
got him like 3 times, I think. He just fucking laid him in. Boom, boom, boom.
Like, oh my god!
It's just that's and the funny part about it is if you knew Nick, that's just the second. That they call him the third man for a reason. They call refs the third man for a fucking reason, man. They don't just fucking they're there. Yeah, they're there to fucking orchestrate matches. They do a lot of orchestration, but they're also there to protect the boys in a lot of fucking ways. Sure. And they know it. They all have that. You guys all know that, man. The refs have this inherent, because they know the fucking thing I love about them is they know they got the weight, just like we were talking about earlier. They got the weight of the boys behind them.
Yeah.
They know they got the support of the fucking boys behind them when it comes to the fucking business of the ring. And so everybody takes care of the fucking refs because they're such a critical part of our business, man. They mean so much to the way the business runs and functions. And so that's the part that's so amazing. And Nick is just, it's not even like a second thought to me knowing Nick the way I know him, and for him to just take care of business that way, he would do nothing else. That's just who he is. It's,
damn. That's another topic, dude. What happened to the art of refereeing? Because I think probably this aggravated Chris more than me back in the day. It aggravated me, but Chris, I think this was a peeve. When you would try having a tag team match and you would try to tell the ref, go tell them XYZ, and he goes, okay. And then he just filters back into the match and doesn't even relay the message. Yeah. Like, who taught you how to fucking do this, you asshole? We had something hot we wanted to do.
That's exactly it right there. See, that's the part that you got to understand. Fuck, man, a good referee is essential to a great wrestling match. He's so critical to timing and fucking the big pop-up, great spots going off without a click. And, that's just the fucking deal. He's as integral as the fucking music to a dance to a dance team, for God's sakes,
Oh,
yeah.
And you're so right, Rob. You got to have that guy in your corner. And that's why it's no surprise, that Nick would be that guy that somebody fucking would think. That's why I was saying earlier about fucking not hitting the ring. When you watch wrestling objectively, when you're like I was watching with my nephew and when Hogan was in Salt Lake, and I knew that the first guy who was going to kick my fucking ass was going to be the ref. You know, he was going to be the first guy to fucking do me, and then everybody else that followed along with that would be the ones to go to. So, you know, it's a powerful position in the wrestling business.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ, I think we're going to have to pass this topic of NWA to next week. We're out of time.
This is a great story. I love the story, man. I'm glad I asked you that question because I was very curious.
You asked that too.
So I got another one that you might not believe it, but I think I got one that supersedes that in the future. If you want to talk about it, well, you know, maybe before this ends. I caught a mugger in downtown Memphis with brother Ernest Angel at my side. I don't know if you know who Ernest Angel was, but Ernest Angel was actually the guy where they got the idea for Brother Love in the WWF. He was my manager in the CWA. And one night after a really incredible night of partying, we caught a mugger in Memphis, in downtown Memphis. So maybe if you talk real nice to me the next 3 weeks, I'll tell you that story too, because it's a fucking. It may actually supersede that one.
Oh well, we want to keep viewers intrigued, so we definitely gotta bring that story up soon.
Leave them wanting more. See you next goddamn week.